Hey guys, thanks for coming back to On the Go Crypto. There is a massive trade setup coming our way for Uniswap. Over the next 1 to 2 weeks, I'm going to tell you guys exactly how to position yourselves ahead of that trade action so that you can get in early and make the most gains on your dollars. I want to thank you guys for coming back to another video. Please give the video a like, guys. You know, that's all I ever need from you fine ladies and gentlemen. You guys help me build this channel. You know I appreciate your time and attention, and especially each and every one of those likes, guys. They make a huge difference for my channel, and you know I appreciate you choosing to support me that way. Let's get into this. Massive opportunity here. This is going to be a huge record-breaking trade for a lot of people. The only difference is, are you going to be in it or not? So Uniswap, everybody knows what Uniswap is. If you've been in crypto for 5 minutes, you understand it is the OG DEX on Ethereum. It's the big boy. It started it all. It was founded by Hayden Adams, this 20-something-year-old guy that's worth $500 million. Now, what's important here? Hayden Adams has been trying for years to turn on the protocol fees for Uniswap, and he has not been able to do so. Legal battles, SEC hurdles, that stuff is over. Now they have permission to do it, essentially, and they're calling this unification. They took a snapshot, took a basically test the waters vote, and it overwhelmingly, you can see here, passed. So it will be going to an on-chain vote, okay? After about a week of this bounty being live, we plan to move forward with a full on-chain vote. So this was on the 25th of November. So a week from the 25th, there's going to be a full vote, and then a week of implementation prep. After that, we're looking at 2 weeks. Why does this matter? What is unification? Unification is an enormous change for the landscape of Uniswap. Essentially, they've not been able to do an infinite burn loop, burning protocol fees. They haven't been able to do any of that. So I'm going to leave a link to this in the description so you guys can read it all yourself. But the most important pieces are right here, and I'll highlight that. Basically, what this is turning on of the Uniswap protocol fees, using these fees to burn Uni tokens. Okay, and send Unichain sequencer fees to this same Uni burn mechanism. That's massive. And they're going to build a whole other set of fee auctions. That's another video. I'll cover all the details for you guys. Number 5 here. This is a big deal. This is what makes this a massive catalyst trade for us. They're going to burn 100 million Uni tokens from the treasury, representing the approximate amount of Uni that would have been burned if the fees were on from the beginning. They're going to treat this in one giant chunk burn to catch up. They're going to treat this the same. That's a huge deal, considering the fact that there's only 630 million Uni in circulation right now as of this video. So 100 million out of the treasury going to get burned. It's a lot, right? There's a lot going into this, essentially making Uni deflationary. That's a huge deal. But at the same time, playing catch up, burning 100 million Uni at one time. Now, the ranges for this trade, I'm treating this conservatively, right? So if you're a part of the community already, you know we do it super conservative, super boring, right? But it's guaranteed money. We guarantee our profits in our community. So the reason this is something that I'm keeping conservative is because I'm going to leave before everybody else, right? We are going to leave in our community. We are going to be getting paid guaranteed money out in this trade, guaranteed money out. There is no risk when you are conservative. So if you do this the boring way, you'll always get paid. Remember that. The ranges I'm targeting here, if you look over the last 3 years, there's been a very consistent and reliable upper and lower range for Uni. And, you know, it really was down around this 460, a little bit lower level, 460-ish range, and then up here in the almost $12, you know, upper $11-ish range. I'm going to play it tighter than that, right? So I'm going to move these down, and I'm going to play this whole trade right around the $10 range at the top end, and I'm going to play the bottom probably more around $5, okay? So why so tight, right? Why so little? We are operating inside of that range already, and like I said at the beginning of this video, the lower we go with this China FUD, you know, we've got some Chinese FUD coming in over the last 4 hours, you know, and reinforcing their ban. It doesn't matter, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's the same old two-step, shaking out the weak hands. So this will bring the prices down a little bit more and make the trade entry that much sweeter, okay? But regardless, the low bottom end of this is going to be around the $5 range for me. And why am I targeting a bottom range when I'm setting up for a long trade, a catalyst long trade setup? Because this will fall, right? There'll be a massive sell the news event. There's going to be a lot of people that'll start talking about this trade setup over the next couple of weeks. You'll start hearing about this more and more on the timeline. And as more people get into this, it'll start to swell and start to build. If you get into a low leverage long somewhere right here, between, this, I'm going to call it the $5 line and where we are now, we spiked down on this October the 11th or October 13th, whichever it was, that spike down that we had where they came down to 234. Aside from that vicious, very wild black swan event, the 470 range was really the low here. So if this trade can come down, this price can come down with this FUD anywhere between here and, 475 would be an amazing entry. You're going to low leverage long this thing all the way up, and if I would set my take profits, if you're not going to babysit the trade, I would set the take profits high. And I would set the take profits around $10. But if you're going to babysit it, you can set them higher and then chase your stop losses up. You need help doing that, come see me and DM me, and I'll help you learn how to do this. But this is a very conservative, tight range, but the amount of money you can make between $5 and $10, even with low leverage, can be astronomical. You just increase your trade principal. If you guys need help setting up for this trade, let me know. This is going to be a massive, massive catalyst trade. This is coming. Leave links to the tweets and the articles so you guys can see this for yourselves. It's going to be popping back up here. Again, this is the area I'm targeting. It's conservative. You can set yours a little higher if you'd like. I like to keep mine a little more realistic, a little more safe. Come see us in the private group, guys. If you need help getting set up for this trade, DM me. Got my X account here in the link tree. Come see us. If you want to be a part of a family, guys, you want to learn how to futures trade like the big boys. We do this for a living every day. It's how we make our money. Either way, guys, even if you keep it here on the channel, I appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate your time and attention. Even if you don't sub up to the channel, I appreciate you stopping by. Please do, guys. Remember, above all else, stay calm and make that money. And I'll see you guys again. Thanks.